Zach, I'm a sophomore and my major is industrial engineering.
My name's Dave and I'm a senior in industrial engineering.
I'm Pam, I'm a sophomore and I'm in industrial engineering.
Hi, my name is Rachel, I am a senior in industrial engineering. We are the Institute of Industrial Engineers, better known as IIE at Purdue University, and we're going to speak about industrial engineering.
What is industrial engineering?
So industrial engineering is the optimization of complex processes in order to eliminate waste, such as time, money, or resources.
We would call that more fun engineering. You wouldn't think of the classical electrical engineering or mechanical engineering because we do more with people, human factors. How do we get people to make things more efficient? We also have a more economic mindset. It's more applicable to the real life. So, like, sure, you can know your physics formulas and your calculus, but when it comes to real life, how are we making something more cost efficient? How are we improving this line of manufacturing?
Industrial engineering bridges the gap between the technical applications of engineering to the business side and the finance.
We use concepts like Six Sigma and lean manufacturing, which are tools that optimize processes and make things more efficient. On top of that, we also use languages in coding such as C++ and MATLAB to make financial models so we can better approach problems that large industries face when making big economic decisions.
Don't they say industrial engineering is like social engineering?
That is definitely so true. I feel like everyone that does industrial engineering knows that they're getting into a major that has a lot of human factors, and everyone is very social and likes working in groups. And that's something that I think is really specific to industrial engineering.
So when you were in high school, what classes did you enjoy?
I took a lot of math and science, and I definitely feel like I've used that. But some other classes that I took that I really enjoyed were like English or like drama, because I felt that I needed that social skills or the communication to work in a group, as long as having the technical side from like calculus and physics.
When did you know that you made the right decision to go into IE?
I knew that I made the right decision. On the first day of my freshman year, I was in class and I don't know, there was just something about it. I just knew that I was in the right spot and everything clicked and I was loving it and I was just drawn towards what was going on there.
Here at Purdue University, our School of Industrial Engineering is just about 600 students. We are 40% international students, so it's super exciting to work with so many people from different countries. We are 30% female. We are also ranked third in the country for our industrial engineering schools. That's really exciting as well. All of our graduates go to top companies, top Fortune 500, top Fortune 100. Everywhere around the nation and around the world, Purdue grads get to go.
What opportunities have you had with industrial engineering?
So I've been fortunate enough to be on a global engineering programs team where we build sustainable vehicles for Africa. And as the only industrial engineer on that team, I make sure we order parts and do the supply chain part of it. So instead of buying the parts in America and shipping it over to Africa, we go and buy these parts in Africa locally, so it's more sustainable, and when the engineers go back to America, the Africans can actually fix the vehicle themselves and learn to develop their own community. So the mechanical engineers will do a lot of the welding. We have ag engineers who make sure like the tires right, and then an IE perspective is obviously cost-benefit analysis. So are we getting the best quality part for the cheapest price? Now our next step in this project, now that it's been going on for a couple of years, is to scale up. And so not only are we just building one vehicle, a new model every year, we're trying to build 25, perhaps start a micro factory. And that's the awesome part about IE that's perhaps different from mechanical engineering or electrical engineering.
So did you always know you wanted to be an engineer?
I knew that I always wanted to be an engineer because I enjoyed the problem-solving aspect, and that's something that I really wanted to have in my career. But I knew that I wanted to be an industrial engineer because my pet peeve is when things don't run as smoothly as possible.
I love engineering concepts, but I also really like business concepts. And even in experiences that I've had within classes and internships, I've really seen the integration between the two. So I really enjoy that. You definitely learn how to have really good social skills, as well as getting to work with others. You work with mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, you're kind of in between a lot of different departments. Another skill is that you just learn a different way to think about things. You start off every process with a chart. You start off everything with making a nice pretty graph. It's a lot of the concepts that you learn through your classes. Also just how to work really hard. We work really hard, but we also have a lot of fun together.
What do you plan on doing now that you're graduating?
So I'm going into manufacturing.
I'm interested in humanitarian engineering.
One is technical sales and two is consulting.
I love industrial engineering because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with my future, but I know that with my critical thinking skills, I'll be able to succeed in any workplace as well as adapt to any industry.
And that's why I love IE.
That's why I love IE.
And that's why I love IE.